Hi everybody. This is the second week of repair on my roof. As you can see, temperature is pretty cold. It's 10 degrees today, and I've been up on there working. I put up a safety rope, and I brought a riser up and discovered that that's not enough for me to reach up. I need a lot higher platform in order to get at the peak and to work on the top of it. So now I'm going to measure and figure out what it will take to build a higher platform. So we'll go up there and take a look. Okay, here we are on top now, and as you can see, I put this riser up here on the platform, and I can stand on that, but it only gives me another 10 inches. And I hung this safety rope, put a screw eye into this log column, tied it across here, so that provides me a little safety. But I need to make a platform a lot higher. My plan was to put another one of these 4x4s. Instead of running them this way, hook one on this anchor hook and run it over here, but it's not nearly long enough. It's only 5 feet. So what I think I'll do is take the straps off rob the straps from 2 of these 5-foot 4x4s and put them on a 10-foot 4x4, and then string them across this way, hook one right onto this anchor hook, hang the other one from a rebar from this anchor hook, and do the same on this side, and then put planks the other way. Now you can see that's quite a ways up. I've got to demolish all of this on this side of the ridge, so I got probably 18 inches of OSB to pull out here and unfasten that from this ridge pole. So that's what I'm up against. I think I'll go down and start fabricating 4x4s right now, and then bring them up and start installing them. New development. I was just down below and discovered that my hose froze. My discharge hose that keeps water circulating through my system to keep it from freezing, but it froze. I didn't have it flowing enough. So I've got to go down there and unthaw that if I can, and if not, I have to unhook the hose and then put a empty hose in place. So that'll set me back a little bit this morning. I'll get to work on that right away. Okay, we're heading down to the hose where it's froze, and I got a kettle of boiling water and a couple of towels, so I'll pour that on the hose to see if I can thaw it out. So there's the hose that's supposed to discharge, and it's when it discharges, it makes this ice sculpture, which you can see here. I'll get there. But right now it's frozen up, and so what I'm going to do, got the couple of towels. First I'm going to pour it on this fitting, loosen it up and see if I can get it off. The fitting is froze solid, so pour a little hot water on that. And let's see what I can do. Okay, I gave up on thawing the hose. It's frozen solid. So what I had to do is come up here to this end of it and disconnect it. So that hose that's disconnected is the frozen one. The copper pipe that's squirting out now, I've got the fitting moved over to that one, the valve, so that I can adjust the discharge, and I'll let that much water discharge just to keep it from freezing. And the critical part is the hose that connects up to that copper pipe. That's delivering water down the hill from the spring, and if that freezes up, then I'm really screwed. I won't have water. But that section of hose that runs up for 70 feet or 80 feet is the next and the last section of hose to be converted to pipe that gets buried in that trench. So I have the trench dug. I think next fall, when the bugs are gone, will be the time to finally install that section of pipe, and I won't have this freeze-up problem anymore. But for this winter, that hose probably will not thaw until spring. So I'll have to either put another hose in its place or just let it discharge right here. I think I'll just leave it like it is. So now back to fixing the roof. Okay, the next thing I did was take apart two of my 5-foot scaffold beams, I guess you call them. And I took these hangers off of them, which was easy to do. Just pull out 3 joist hanger nails. And then nail them onto these long 4x4s. These are 10-footers. I measured and determined that I needed 7 feet between the hangers, so I put these at the 7-foot mark, and I've got some that'll cantilever out that give me another foot maybe to step on. But we'll bring these up and see how these work out. Okay, I just came in to warm up. I'm pleased to report that I made progress, little progress as I usually do. But I have those 2 big 4x4s, the 10-footers, suspended up under the eaves so that I can start putting short planks between them to make a deck. And I'll take you up there and show you how they look now. First I'll show you what I've done. Those, you can see those 2 big 10-foot 4x4s hanging in space up there. And so they'll be, I'll span those with planks going the other way and make a deck that I can use to reach up high. So I'll take you up on the deck that's already there and show you some details. Alright, we're up on the deck now. I'll spin around so you can see some of the, I don't know if this is going to work. But anyway, when you don't know what you're doing, it takes a while to figure out what to do and then to figure out how to do it. So that's why my progress is so slow. But as I said, I keep at it, so slow is okay. So to start with, I'll show you the brackets that I hooked on to these 4x4s, and they were the same brackets that I just took 4 of them off of the short 4x4s that I use for regular scaffolding and hooked them onto these long ones. Here you can see one use of them. I bolted the bracket right over the top of the anchor hook on this purlin. Every purlin has 2 of those anchor hooks on each end, which was a really smart idea. For anybody that wants to copy that idea, the mistake is you should have one a lot closer to the end of the purlin. My farthest out one is in a couple of rafter spaces, which is a little narrow. This one had to cohabit with a rebar hook coming up, so it was a little tight, but it made it. On this end, the screw eye that I put into the log column for my safety rope, took the safety rope off and just used this rebar hook, a C-hook that I had laying around that I made from something. This is a number 4 rebar, so plenty sturdy. And on this side I used a chain to hook up to this anchor hook, and then the chain is fastened to itself here, and then the bracket is bolted through the chain. And that's another tip I could give anybody that is interested in doing what this kind of work, the way I do it. These are old tire chains. So you just salvage an old tire chain. Usually the part that's broken on them is the cross links, but the circumferential chains, they're about 7 or 8 feet long, depending on the size of the chain. And they have a really nice clasp on them, so you can just hook the chain into a loop. And so I salvaged quite a bunch of those, and I used them all over the place on this project. In fact, I have another one extending that rebar hook down there. It wasn't quite long enough to reach the scaffold bracket, so I got a tire chain in there. Anyway, I don't know if I'll get any more work done today. It's getting a little late. I think what I'll do is start looking for short planks. Get some short 2x6s and 2x8s or whatever I have laying around. And I will deck this, just the top part of it. So from where I'm standing and below, I don't need to deck. But to reach up, to work on the damage up here, I need to be on an upper deck. Okay, I have the first 3 planks of the second deck up there. You can see them spanning between those higher 4x4s. So I'll take you up and give you a look at those from up there. Okay, proof of concept. I found these 3 short boards, and they'll work perfectly for a deck up on this higher level. And I was just up on here, and it's going to work great for working up above. I'll just have to fasten them down and find a few more. I'm going to deck over probably twice this much on the high side, and then I'll begin work. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today. So my progress isn't all that fast, but at least it's fun. Extra fun. Hi, it's Thursday morning now, and the weather was 2 degrees when I got up. It's about 5 now, but still pretty cold out. But this morning I've got my second level platform finished, and I'm kneeling on it right now. So I'll show you the platform, and I'll show you what I can see from here and what I have to do. I'm going to stand up on the platform. There. Now, I'll give you a panorama, sort of. This is the tree that did the damage. This is my upper platform. And now I'm above the roof level. So you can see the line of damage is not perpendicular to the ribs. It's slanting from here over to here in pretty much a straight line. So probably what I'll do is cut the sheet metal, cut each panel square but stagger them so that I use the maximum amount of existing metal, or I might square it off from down there all the way across, depending on whether the OSB under this is intact or not, and whether I can get rafters under there without I'm thinking through this right now, so now it'll slow me down. I think what I'll do is I'll screw it down on top as if I'm going to stagger them. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the cabin warming up. That's the end of my work week. Next week I will get up there and assess the strategy for how to go about demolishing what needs to be torn apart, and then a strategy for fixing it up. And I'll be able to figure that out a lot better now that I can get up there and actually look at it, take a crowbar to it and see what comes off easy and what doesn't. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you that follow my progress, slow as it is. But thanks for watching, and I'll keep making more videos as I repair this roof.